Good morning, everyone. This is Sarah with the Pickaway County Library, and I'm here to bring you our baby toddler story time. We're going to start out with a chant with some hand motions that you can do. It's called Raindrops. Are you ready to try with me? Raindrops, raindrops, falling all around. Pitter-patter on the rooftops, pitter-patter on the ground. Here is my umbrella. It will keep me dry. When I go walking in the rain, I hold it up so high. Good job. Do you want to try one more time with me? When we pitter on the rooftops, we're going to pat our hands on our lap. And when it's on the ground, you're going to stomp your feet so it sounds like rain. Here we go. Raindrops, raindrops, falling all around. Pitter-patter on the rooftops, on your legs. And pitter-patter on the ground. And stomp your feet. Here is my umbrella. It will keep me dry. When I go walking in the rain, I hold it up so high. Good job. Now, the next part of our story time today is going to be our book, and our book today is called Wet, written by Carey Sookocheff. And today is National Hydration Day, so make sure you're drinking lots of water today. Wet. At the pool, my feet get wet first. Sometimes I get wet. Very slowly. Sometimes I get wet quickly. And my friends get wet too. We like getting all the way wet, but some people just get halfway wet. Everything gets wet in the rain, except my cat. Right there. My fish is always wet. So is the floor at school. And the bottom of the slide. Last week, the park bench was wet too. My hands get wet when I wash them. And my shirt gets wet when I dry them. My dog's water bowl is wet. So is her tongue and my socks. Sometimes it's fun to get wet, and sometimes it's not. My face gets wet when I cry. So does my dad's shoulder. After getting wet and dirty, I have to get wet again, and so do my clothes. At the end of the day, nothing is wet. Except my face from good night kisses. I hope you enjoyed our story today. Thank you for reading along with me. This book and lots of others are available in the Youth Services Department, so come on in and take a look at what we have. For the next part of our story time, we're going to be using our sensory items. And for that today, we are going to need an empty water bottle, some sticks, kind of like this, that will fit inside the water bottle, and a small filler item. So I have some mixed beans and seeds here, but you can use any small items like that. You can use rice or pasta as well. So the first thing we're going to do is take our empty water bottle and open it up. Make sure it's nice and clean inside so we're not growing anything. And you're just going to start filling it up with sticks, but make sure they're not taller than the bottle. You still want to be able to put that lid back on. And you do want to try to get this as full as possible so there's not any big gaps. So you could take this on a nature walk with your little one and just gather some sticks and twigs that you find on the ground. You just keep filling it up, and if the sticks are too long, just break those a little bit and make them a little shorter. And then after it is all full of sticks and twigs, you're going to add your filler item to about 1/3 of the bottle is full, and then you're going to put your cap back on. I have one that I've already put together, and I've added my filler. Now, if you don't want the lid to come off, you could add a piece of duct tape, or you could super glue that lid on. That will make it a little more secure. So I've added my filler items. You can try different types of items to see how they sound. And the smaller the gaps are between your sticks, the more it will sound like rain. We would love to see yours that you come up with, or to see what filler items you've used and how you want to use them at home. For our activity today, you're just going to need a simple bowl of water and a paintbrush, and then to go outside. And you can use your sidewalk or your patio or even the floor in your garage if it's too hot. You're just going to use your bowl of water like your paints, and you're going to use your paintbrush and draw pictures and numbers and practice writing your names and letters all over your sidewalk. Maybe you can draw a path to follow, and you can crawl or walk on lines and jump from circle to circle, whatever you can come up with. Your imagination will give you all kinds of ideas. Now your paint designs will dry and then disappear, and then you can use that space to draw all over again. For our craft today, we're going to need to freeze some Jell-O that you'll be able to paint with. Now you'll need to mix up 1 cup of water to 1 packet of Jell-O, and you're going to freeze them into ice cube trays with a popsicle stick in each one of those ice cube openings on the tray. So those will be the handles for your paint. You could also freeze some watercolor paints, but with the Jell-O, it will be a taste-safe activity for your little ones, and you won't have to worry about if they try to lick it. Let's take a look at how we can use the Jell-O painting cubes. The first thing you're going to need to do is make your Jell-O ice cubes with popsicle sticks in each ice cube mold for the handles. You can also use Kool-Aid mix for this. I used a cup of water and then 1 packet of the mix. Once they are frozen, you just loosen them up and you can pull them right out, and the stick stays in like a handle. So you can use these to paint and draw on your papers, and they smell like the flavor of the Jell-O and the Kool-Aid, but they're not going to taste as sweet because we didn't add the sugar in. But they will be taste safe for your little ones, so that if they do happen to put it in their mouth, you don't have to worry. I am using a piece of cardstock just so it's thicker, since these are wet, so that will keep it from going through the paper and having the paper rip. And you can also tape this down outside to keep that sticky mess to a minimum. So your little ones can explore all the smells and feeling the cold temperature of the ice as they start to melt, and painting designs and shapes onto their paper. I hope you enjoyed our story time today, and that you'll join me again next week as we continue to read and learn together.